Someone of importance I know who saw Rama Vaidyanathan perform once said, "If there is ever grace and beauty on earth, she embodies it, and how." Rama is one of India's leading classical dancers. She is considered as one of the best interpreters of the ancient art form of Bharata Natyam. Her training has been under the doyens Yamini Krishnamurty and Dr. Saroja Vaidyanathan, who is amongst us here today. Thank you, Guruji. While deeply rooted in tradition, she has evolved her own individual style without forsaking the core principles of Bharatanatyam. She has been performing professionally for the past 20 years, both in India and abroad, and is one of the most sought-after dancers of her generation. But what is most endearing to me personally is her humility and grace. Ladies and gentlemen, Rama Vaidyanathan and her able orchestra members, Srimati Vidya Srinivasan on the vocal, Shri K. Shivakumar on the Natuvangam, and Shri Arun Kumar on the Mridangam. Welcome, ma'am.
Shiva, for me, is the ultimate metaphor for change. He creates and he destroys, continuing the life cycle of evolution and dissolution. He is that pure consciousness that plays with matter to maintain the game of life and death in this world. He symbolizes the spirit behind all activity. He is knowledge that leads to action and which subsequently leads to change. There can be no change without action, and there can be no action without knowledge. Shiva is a force that is static as well as dynamic. So who is Shiva? I thought he was the Lord of Destruction, who removed all evil and negative elements from our lives. I thought he was the master of self-immolation. Yes, Shiva destroys, but only to facilitate the process of creation. For there can be no creation without destruction. The flower has to wither away to make way for its fruit. The night has to depart for the day to arrive. Trees have to be brought down for a village to come up. Village huts have to vanish to make way for urban buildings. Finally, the urban buildings will also have to give way to skyscrapers. There can be no construction without deconstruction. So, creation and destruction are counterparts of Shiva's being. He is the ultimate spirit pervading us. He facilitates change. He is the Lord of change. I'm mesmerized by the concept of Shiva because he is the cosmic dancer. His dance symbolizes the dance of matter in this universe. His perpetual movement reminds us of the rhythm of life. All unending activity in this world is but a manifestation of Lord Shiva. One can say that his dance is a sum total of all changes that take place in this world. Shiva, the Lord of Dance, in visual arts, is described as an image having 4 arms with his left leg raised across his frame. There is a deep significance behind this image. His right leg is firmly atop a demon, while his left leg is raised, pointing towards the cosmos, indicating that one has to overcome ignorance to achieve liberation. His right hand is in the constant protective gesture, and while his left hand too points towards the infinity. The other right hand holds the miniature drum, describing Shiva's function as the creator. The primeval drum symbolizes primeval sound, from which came language, music, evolution. His left hand holds a tongue of flame, describing his function as the destroyer. Shiva maintains this crucial balance of creation and destruction, of evolution and change. We in dance revel in describing Shiva because he lends to so much imagery with his creative aspect and his destructive aspect. And amidst all this frenetic activity, Shiva's face is calm and peaceful. Change does not disturb him, even though he facilitates the change, indicating to us that we need to be calm amidst the winds of change. Shiva is that force, that inspiration, which makes us act, which makes us change. He is the Lord of change. He is the Lord of dance.
जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिव जीव शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिव जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः जीवः शिवः शिवो जीवः
Shiva inspires me to make a difference in my art, through my art. As classical dancers, we are supposed to be the repository of the arts. And like Shiva, it is imperative that we continue the process of evolution. And for this we need to reinvent, we need to bring about a transition in our tradition. We need to make a difference. We can do this only if we change. There are two kinds of changes, a qualitative change and a quantitative change. It's somewhat easier to bring about a quantitative change rather than a qualitative change. It could be easier to increase or decrease the student's strength in a university as compared to instilling values in the students, trying to make them into more responsible citizens. As a dancer, I need to bring in both kinds of changes into my dance form. And for this, I need to listen to my creative instincts, and I need to be strong. I need to have strength of conviction. It's easier said than done. And it's during moments like these that I draw inspiration from Shiva's calm and unperturbed face as he creates and changes, creates again, changes again. I'd like to share with you one of the small changes that I have been able to make in my career as a dancer. There's a story behind this change, and I'd like to share it with all of you. The Alaripu, which means to blossom, is one of the basic preliminary dances that a student of Bharata Natyam learns. It is a dance which begins with the movements of the eyes, neck, shoulders, and gradually grows into a more vivacious dance. The mudra, or the hand gesture that is usually used in the Alaripu mainly, is this which is called a pataka and this which is called a tripataka. Right from the age of 6, I have been doing this dance, this Alaripu, with this hand gesture. One fine day, I decided to change this mudra into this. And this is called the Mayura Hasta, Mayura, peacock. So this is the Hasta, this is the mudra which is used to denote a peacock. So I decided that I will do the whole Alaripu and keep it intact. I will not change anything else, but the mudra. Instead of this, I will just change it to this. Sometimes when you set out to make a change, the change overpowers you, goes well ahead of you, magnifies itself into a bigger change, bigger than what you had expected the change would be when you set out to make the change. That's exactly what happened to me. I do not know that there is an adrenaline which flows into my body every time I take different mudras. And my body reacts to each mudra differently. So when I changed this to this, my body moved spontaneously, and what came out was a spontaneous dance of the peacock. Unconsciously, I stepped out of the parameters of the Alaripu, and my movement dynamics changed completely, and what came out was the dance of the peacock. It was incredible. So I named it Mayura Alaripu, which literally means blossoming of the dance of the peacock. I'd like to share this with you. I do a little excerpt of both. I'm going to first do the Alaripu with a bit of the Alaripu with this hand gesture, and then turn it to this. And then you would see the sudden uncontrollable change that happened. The only witness to this change, to this whole process, was the mirror in my dance studio. But then it turned out to be one of my trademark dances, and was able to showcase it all over the world. The Mayura Alaripu.
Ta te yi te yung ta tom ke ta 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 long ke ta ta long ke ta long ke ta di ke ta tom tom di tom ta di ke ta ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi ta di ke ta tom di tom ta di ke ta yi ta yi தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் தி தோம் தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தை த தை தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் தி தோம் தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தை த தை தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் தி தோம் தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தை த தை தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் தி தோம் தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தை த தை தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் தி தோம் தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தை த தை தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் தி தோம் தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தை த தை தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் தி தோம் தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தை த தை தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் தி தோம் தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தை த தை தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் தி தோம் தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தை த தை தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் தி தோம் தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தை த தை தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் தி தோம் தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தை த தை தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் தி தோம் தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தை த தை தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் தி தோம் தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தை த தை தட்டிக்கிட்ட தக்க தோம் கத ஜம் தடி தோம் ஜம் தடி ஜக தடி தை தடிங்கின 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 தா தடிங்கின 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 தா தடிங்கின 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 தா திருடி தக்க திருடி தக்க தக்க 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 தலோங் தடிக்கிட்ட தோம் தா தை தையும் தா தோம் கிட்ட தக்க
Change is inevitable in the process of evolution. But what we can do is to maintain a balance of creation and destruction like Shiva. And looking at his calm and unperturbed face, we can be composed amidst the winds of change. Only then can we change for better, evolve for better. I'd like to conclude with a verse from the Upanishads. And this Sanskrit verse says, O Supreme Light, lead me to change myself from untruth to truth, from darkness to light, from inactivity to activity. Lead me to change towards peace, peace and peace. And I think that is the biggest change that we all need right now.
Asato ma sadgamaya Asato ma sadgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Tamaso ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 Om Shanti 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 Om Shanti Shanti